Have you ridden in a car recently? Have you cooked food? Did you eat some food today? These are all examples of chemical reactions. Do you know what else is an example of a chemical reaction? Explosions. How do you make art with an explosion? Let's find out. Explosions are the result of chemical reactions. Chemical reactions happen all around us on a daily basis. When you eat, your body is creating a chemical reaction to break down the food into energy. But what happens when you get an upset stomach? You might take a sodium bicarbonate effervescent tab like Alka-Seltzer. Putting a sodium bicarbonate effervescent tab in water causes a chemical reaction. This is because sodium bicarbonate tabs have a citric acid and a baking soda base. Acids are molecules that can donate small charged particles called hydrogen ions. Bases are the opposite. They accept hydrogen ions. When acids and bases combine, they create a chemical reaction. But why does a sodium bicarbonate tab only create a chemical reaction in water? Well, there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Atoms and molecules don't really move around a lot in solids. They move more in liquids, and they move a lot in gas form. So because the sodium bicarbonate tab is in solid form, the molecules don't move around as much. Once they dissolve in water, they start moving and interacting with each other and causing a chemical reaction. This produces a carbon dioxide gas in the form of fizzy air bubbles. All of that air needs to go somewhere. When you put a sodium bicarbonate tab and water in a container, that container will have an increase in air pressure. In our experiment, we'll use film canisters as our containers, which will appear to explode due to the increase in air pressure. We know a lot about chemical reactions, but how do we create art? By mixing paint with water. The water will dissolve the sodium bicarbonate tab and create a lot of carbon dioxide gas. That gas will build up until the canister pops off the lid and splatters paint all over the paper. But how much water should we add? Too much will make the paint runny, and too little won't create an explosion. Let's experiment and see. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll be using a clear plastic container, but you can do your experiment outside. Make sure to stand far back to observe what happens. How fast did your canister explode? Was it fast? Was it slow? What could you do to speed up the chemical reaction? What could you do to slow it down? How much water did you need for the perfect explosion? How does that compare to how much paint you added? Chemical reactions are all around us. How did we create art from chemical reactions? By combining acids and bases, we create chemical reactions that produce lots of gases. In this experiment, we used sodium bicarbonate effervescent tabs that contain both acid and base in solid form, which reacted when we dissolved the tab in paint mixed with water. Can you think of other ways to make art from chemical reactions? Try them out.